guys, Tom here, bringing you a quick little kind of, unboxing review video. So I picked up one of these. It's the Harbor Freight Hercules deep cut bandsaw bench stand. So this bench stand is something you mount your handheld bandsaw in. Either this is universal, so it should work with like the bandsaws from Harbor Freight, Milwaukee deep cut, the DeWalt. So I got a Milwaukee, which I use all the time, but something I want to do is be able to make straight cuts that are plumb in all directions, which hopefully this will solve that. So let's get her opened up and see what it's looking like. Here we go. These are our contents. So we've got a plate. This is for if you have it in the upward, bandsaw table configuration, not the chop saw orientation. Owner's manual. We got some hardware and brackets. More hardware and brackets. So looking at this guy, you can see there's feet here on this face and there's feet back here. So if you're going to have it stood up, these are the feet for it. And if it's going to be in the chop saw configuration, it's this way. It's got the piston, which is supposed to help with supporting the weight of the bandsaw. So your piston, it's got this little piece that slides down and it will reveal there's a hole for this kind of ball and socket joint right here. So you're just going to pull this down, put that ball right in the socket, and then release it, and it locks itself in. So that actually keeps this thing up. So you have to manually force it down to make your cut, which is nice, so you can control your pressure really easily. And then this chain is obviously, so you can kind of lock it in the down configuration when you're not using it. It does have an on-off switch, so this is a way to control your bandsaw there. It's on a little spring. It's got an adjustable fence. So as far as putting the saw in here, so it has mounting brackets specific to the brand you have. So there's the Hercules, there's the Bauer, from both of those are from Harbor Freight. But then you have your Milwaukee, DeWalt corded and cordless. The Milwaukee is the same regardless of cord and cordless. We have our hardware here. And by the looks of it, it's showing, this is for the Hercules and Bauer bandsaws if you buy them from Harbor Freight. This guy is for the Milwaukee, and these are going to be used for this set here, the mounts for this cable portion. I'll show you the directions up close. That's your Hercules, your Bauer mount, your Milwaukee mount. You got your DeWalt corded and your DeWalt cordless. So the Milwaukee, you have your front hand grip. There's a big single Allen bolt in there. We're gonna take that out. First guess, very nice. That big guy, and that was a 5/16. And then this handle should pop right off. Then you're gonna take the number 1 bracket, which is for Milwaukee, because they're number 1. The 1 and the notch are going to be pointed forward to the front of the bandsaw. And then you're going to take your original bolt and put her back in. There you go. Obviously, I'm going to save this for if I ever want to use it handheld again. Now to mount this guy. I'm going to want to open these guys up. Bring this underneath. Get the bracket above on the top. Now to get your power cord out of the way, there is a hole in the back here, right there. So you can pass your cord back through there. Get it pulled out. It's out in the way, and you don't have to worry about pinching it. So there's going to need to be 2 bolts that go through here. You can see we obviously got these 2 big mounting bolts. These guys are going to go put it right through this top bracket that we attached right to our bandsaw and through the slot in the top of the arm. This one's looking like a 6mm. So I don't want to get these completely tightened up because I want to get the saw situated and make sure that this blade is going to be perfectly straight. As far as lining this thing up, we are going to have to screw these guys in. It actually holds pretty good. Seems pretty lined up actually too. Now you are going to want to center this blade, so what I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put the chain on it. So the key to centering this is we're going to have to play with these 2 on both sides. So we're going to have to loosen and tighten these to move the saw back and forth this way, because we want this blade to be perfectly in this groove here, and you want it to be square off of it, so that when you cut, you're going to have a nice square cut. It does look pretty close already. It's definitely in the gap, so I'm not worried about it hitting anything, but I do want to make sure we are square. So we are going to get a tape measure. I'm going to put it on this side of the blade to the edge of the metal. I'm sitting right at 3.5. And I'm going to test this side. We are sitting about a hair under, or a hair over 3 3/8. So that tells me that I got to bring the front this way, or I got to bring the back this way. So it's easier to adjust the back because of these knobs. So we're gonna loosen this guy a little bit and adjust, and then tighten this guy till we get it. So I'm gonna try to do it at the same time so that it moves it together. We just gotta dial it over until, so this one's right at 3 3/8. This one is, so I actually gotta bring it back a little bit. Now we're sitting right at 3 3/8. Right at 3 3/8. So that's pretty square right there, guys. I'll take that. And you're basically right in the center of that channel, so we don't have to worry about hitting anything. Now our next steps are putting on the trigger control. We got here is this piece. It's a long piece of skinny metal with a screw on the end. So this is gonna basically go, there's these holes here. So it's gonna go, this screw is obviously gonna go through these holes, and this is gonna come over here and connect up that trigger. So it's showing it with this bump here being up. You're gonna pass it under this way. So in order to get this in, I actually ended up loosening up this back, so I am going to check the square of the blade again afterwards. But you're going to take this and slide it under the trigger area. I'm going to go under here and push up on my bandsaw. This is going to go under this piece here, and then I'm going to pull this down and push this up so it slides through that groove right there. All right, I think I got this figured out. So basically what you want is when this is in here on the off position, it should not be decompressing the trigger in any way. So you got to find which hole on the other side does that without decompressing the trigger, which for me and the Milwaukee, it's the third one in over here. You can see the screws right into the metal piece here. So this piece here is threaded. So you just screw the screw in, and then the screw just goes down and pokes to that hole enough to keep it from moving. This is off. Then obviously you can do this for variable speed, you know, to get, if you wanted to go slow. Or if you want to go full tilt and just keep it running continuously as you cut, you can push this down and pull this past the little nub here, and then it'll lock it in the on position, and it's going to be running full speed. So I'll give you a little show of how that works. I got it plugged in, so if I just do this, it's going to run, or I can do this. It works pretty well. So I double checked my measurements back to make sure the blade's square on this bracket, which it is. So basically, you know, this thing's all set up in the chop saw configuration. So you can cut, you know, pretty decent sized material here. Largest you could get under this thing is roughly 4 3/4 of an inch, almost 5 inches, which is pretty good. These saws are only good for, you know, up to 5 inches. So now I'm making a test cut. I got a piece of little rectangular tubing. That's a square line. Let's switch it to the on position. It looks perfectly square compared to my framing square, so I think we got it lined up perfectly and all kind of tuned in there. So just to show you kind of quickly what it takes for this thing to be converted into the vertical configuration, you're basically going to pop off this thing, piston. This is going to come down, and this whole part is going to dangle off the table because there's feet on the back side of this, so this becomes the new mounting base. Let that thing dangle down. So to install this fence plate, basically, you're going to want to take this, you're going to want to push this thing as far as it goes, which will expose a 25 star head, which will be right in this hole back here. You want to pop that out. I used a long extension on my drill. So this is going to go on here. Granted, this is your original screw, and this is the screw that the Milwaukee kit comes with, which is obviously longer to accommodate for the thickness of this. So this is going to go into this groove here. Then you're going to have this piece going to sandwich the existing guide fence. So it's going to go under here like this. Obviously the cutout is going to go to the blade side, and it's going to go underneath this and bolt through the top. This is threaded. There's 2 screws that come that will go in these holes here. After 30 seconds might do the trick. Yep, this one is a 7/64 in the back here. And then basically you'll tighten these up. and this will sit on here just like this. All right, guys, so this kind of wraps up my review video for the Hercules bandsaw mount. I'm very impressed with it. I've been wanting to get this for a very long time. I know when it first came available in my local store, it was really hard to get because it sold out like that. So, you know, that kind of tells me that, you know, a lot of people obviously like these. The reviews are always good on them. And, you know, it's really heavily constructed steel. It's thick. It's, you know, probably 1/8 inch steel that this whole thing's made out of. Very rugged. You know, the piston feels great. It lifts the saw just fine. I don't feel like it's going to lose its square. Very pleased with my purchase, and I think this is going to be a great addition to my shop. If this is something you're looking to get, I highly recommend it. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'm going to go have some fun with this thing.